The new year is almost upon us, and I hope you're able to celebrate in the best way possible. Today there's coverage on a new aircraft order, developments at Swiss, and a new route set to debut with the 787, but let me begin with that new order that will be on the lips of many. Air China will look to buy aircraft, as they push towards raising up to $842 million USD in a private share sale, as seen on the Shanghai Stock Exchange. 17 new planes are looking to be purchased with some of this money. The carrier is targeting a crucial period of renewal and fleet growth. A commitment towards Comac will be delivered over 2 years, with the plan to acquire 6 C919s and 11 ARJ21s. The latter is more pitched towards regional operations. At list price value, the deal is worth some USD 1.1 billion. However, as Air China is a pretty close customer of Comac, there would be a substantial discount handed down to them. Typically, in fact, all aircraft orders do see discounts applied. The list price value is, yes, an excellent overall aircraft valuation, but an airline, as I mentioned, rarely will pay that full price. General discounts can vary depending on the relationship, the order, and other contributing factors. Air China will significantly reduce fuel consumption and related costs once these 17 aircraft are delivered by the end of 2025. With these aircraft, the ambition will be to become even more competitive in the short to medium haul market. While Comac secures further orders from Air China, the manufacturer, which has emerged significantly in recent times, still struggles to break out of the Asian and Chinese market. Comac says that it has now received over 1,000 orders for the C919, with also several new variants planned, as it looks to extend the range and also the seating capacity for the future. However, the looming concern will be just how Comac can really branch out its customer base, and if it will ever be able to. This will be especially focused on as Boeing rapidly approaches approval of the 737 MAX once more in China to see delivery recommencement. Comac wants to take away market share from Airbus and Boeing, and no doubt the resumption of 737 MAX deliveries, which is an aircraft type that some Chinese customers have invested in, wouldn't be exactly what they are after, but only time will tell on just how Comac develops within the market. Many people are skeptical and have their strong criticism, and thus far you could argue that maybe to a certain extent they have been proven correct. Onto a new route set to be deployed with the 787, and that sits with ZipAir, who have announced plans to serve Vancouver International Airport in Canada effective March 13th, 2024, in a move that will bolster its trans-Pacific network. ZipAir will operate service from Tokyo Narita to Vancouver on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. The service has been designated the ZG22 and ZG21 flight number. For March, the airline says it will see departure at 4 p.m. from Tokyo, arrival at 8:30 in the morning in Vancouver. After just 2 hours on the ground, it will depart from Canada again and then arrive into Narita the next day at 1 p.m. However, ZipAir does make note that this schedule will adjust ever so slightly from March to June, where departure will occur 20 minutes earlier from Narita, and then there will be a knock-on effect. Currently, the flights are still subject to regulatory and governmental approvals, but ZipAir fully intends on adding Vancouver as, yes, its first destination towards Canada and an enhancement on its North American market. So to understand this route, we have to understand ZipAir. They were launched directly by Japan Airlines, slotting into the industry's low-cost and no-frills market, which, if you think about it, is quite the opposite to the Japan Airlines brand, which many would argue is a luxurious full-service carrier. Founded in 2018, operations did commence during the global pandemic in 2020, and the airline has so far grown a pretty modest 7878 fleet, transferred all from Japan Airlines naturally. The idea behind the name ZipAir was actually to directly reference the element of speed, which I find pretty cool. Essentially, you'll zip towards your next destination in a quick and efficient manner. Since its launch, the airline has continued to expand its operations through the backing of Japan Airlines. This has seen its global network extend well past Asia and now towards key cities in North American markets, such as Los Angeles, San Jose, and San Francisco. But soon, they will expand towards Canada for the first time with flights to Vancouver. Interestingly, Cirium data says that when ZipAir launches these services, it will compete with Air Canada. Japan Airlines also does feature here too. Data indicates that for December 2023, Air Canada offered daily flights between Narita and Vancouver, which resulted in 20,550 seats being flown. However, ZipAir will enter the market and be the first airline to actually offer a low-cost alternative to flying between the two locations, giving Japan Airlines what many would say the upper hand, especially if you're looking for onward connectivity towards key Asian cities. On to the final story of today, and that sits with more network expansion as the year comes to a close, with Swiss already preparing for the summer 2024 schedule as it looks to increase its short-haul European services to many different markets. Swiss says that throughout summer of 2024, its currently existing Zurich to Bremen will be extended to the summer timetable. Bremen is a city in the northern part of Germany, and the airline describes it as a very appealing location thanks to the culture, arts, music, and much more. Swiss will increase flights towards Alicante, Madrid, Naples, and more for the summer 2024, all from Zurich as well, and this is in direct response to the growing demand that it is seeing and the more availability when it comes to aircraft on offer, as well as schedule optimization. Additionally, as part of Swiss's Geneva network growth, the airline will begin serving Oslo in Norway. The capital is what Swiss calls a location not just with contemporary greenery, but architecture, and also a location that features fantastic cultural and modern elements. A commitment to Geneva will extend in a similar fashion to Zurich, as they look to offer more summer services than ever. Some existing routes towards the likes of Copenhagen and Stockholm will see service increase. Additionally, the airline is expected to offer more frequencies than ever before to Malaga, Brussels, Athens, and several other important European locations in 2024. Now, Swiss operates a fleet of 80 in-service aircraft and 8 units are in storage per latest data. It also forms an integral part of the Lufthansa group. It utilizes the Airbus A220, which has been hugely important for its long-term success, but interestingly, if taking a look at some of the other aircraft types it does fly, excluding a minor commitment to next-generation planes, these are significantly aging, with the average age actually sitting at multiple occasions over 10 years, sometimes even 20. In the future, Swiss will be leveraging the strong commitment made by Lufthansa Group to next-generation aircraft to really transform their business in the long term, and they will hope that they can see many positive repercussions from this. That is going to conclude today's aviation news recap. If you have absolutely any thoughts on the topics covered in today's video, you're more than welcome to drop them down below in the comments. Thank you so much for your support here on the channel. It truly does mean a lot. Please take care, do also be safe, and I will see you next time here on the channel for your latest industry developments. And we'll fly.